Formula One is more than just high-speed racing. It's a stage where rivalries define legacies and ignite passions.
Ricciardo's got the inside line, and he's now looking at Fernando Alonso.
These intense battles have shaped the sport, thrilled fans, and pushed drivers beyond limits. From teammates turned enemies to respectful clashes between titans, rivalries reveal both greatness and flaws. Who truly stands as the greatest? The raw fire of Senna versus Prost, the icy chess match of Hamilton versus Rosberg. Each showdown added unforgettable drama.
And there's Max Verstappen right behind Hamilton into the first chicane once again.
Subscribe for more gripping motorsport stories. Now, let's dive into the fiercest rivalries that transformed Formula One into a global saga of pride, speed, and glory. Senna versus Prost, the never-ending saga. The rivalry between Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost remains the most iconic in Formula One history, a fierce blend of speed, psychology, and controversy. Their battle began in the late 1980s and intensified during their time as teammates at McLaren in 1988 and 1989. While both were brilliant, their personalities clashed. Senna was emotional and aggressive. Prost, calculated and political. Tensions exploded at the 1989 San Marino Grand Prix, when Senna broke a pre-race agreement by overtaking Prost after the first corner. Trust between them was shattered, and by the season finale in Suzuka, the relationship had turned toxic. In a decisive moment, the two collided at the chicane. Senna continued and won the race, but was controversially disqualified,
Ayrton Senna wins in Japan,
gifting Prost the title. In 1990, with Senna at McLaren and Prost at Ferrari, the drama repeated. At Suzuka once again, Senna deliberately collided with Prost at the first corner.
he's trying to go through on the inside, and it's happened immediately. This is amazing. Senna goes off at the first corner,
Taking them both out and securing his revenge. And the World Championship. Their rivalry defined an era, pushing each other to greatness while exposing the sport's political and emotional undercurrents. Despite years of bitterness, Senna and Prost reconciled before Senna's tragic death in 1994, adding a layer of humanity to this legendary saga. Lauda versus Hunt. Made for the big screen. The rivalry between Niki Lauda and James Hunt was so dramatic and gripping that it inspired the Hollywood film Rush in 2013. It was a story of opposites. Lauda, the methodical and calculating Austrian, versus Hunt, the charismatic and impulsive Brit. Their fight for the 1976 championship is legendary. At the German Grand Prix, Lauda suffered a horrific crash that left him badly burned. Against all odds, he returned to racing just 6 weeks later. The season finale in Japan was a showdown in torrential rain. Lauda decided to retire mid-race due to unsafe conditions, while Hunt pressed on,
Switching, but it's James Hunt in the lead.
needing only a third place to win the championship.
Behind, and there's James Hunt. James Hunt finishing third and almost catching Patrick Depay. And James Hunt is the world champion.
After a pit stop setback, Hunt fought through the field, overtaking rivals in a breathtaking display of skill and determination.
And look at that. Hunt going past Alan Jones.
Finishing third, Hunt won the title by just 1 point.
Our new world champion, James Hunt, by just one single point.
Their rivalry symbolized not only a clash of driving styles, but the human spirit, Lauda's resilience and Hunt's fearless bravado, making it one of the greatest stories in motorsport history. Schumacher versus Hakkinen. The definition of sportsmanship in Formula One. When two of the best drivers from rival teams face off, drama is expected. But the competition between Michael Schumacher and Mika Hakkinen, Ferrari versus McLaren, was unique in that it was marked by deep mutual respect and sportsmanship. The 2000 season stands out as the highlight. Ferrari's F1 2000 was a finely balanced machine, quick but sometimes unreliable. Despite this, Schumacher led the championship, with Hakkinen as his closest challenger. Their duel at Spa-Francorchamps was unforgettable. Hakkinen executed an audacious overtake on Schumacher.
Yes, he's done it. A brilliant move there, either side of Zonta, and Hakkinen brilliantly takes the lead.
And a backmarker simultaneously, catching the Ferrari driver and fans by surprise. Schumacher himself later admitted he was stunned by the move. Yet, despite Hakkinen's talent and tenacity, Schumacher's consistency and Ferrari's pace saw the German reclaim the world title.
For Michael Schumacher to win the World Championship to give Ferrari.
Ending Ferrari's 21-year drought. Their rivalry is remembered as a clash of titans fought with honor and respect, a true hallmark of Formula One. Vettel versus Webber. In Formula One, your first enemy is your teammate. While some rivalries are between drivers of different teams, few are as bitter and personal as intra-team battles.
It's wheel to wheel again for the two Red Bulls, Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber. Vettel on the inside. Has he now stolen the lead from his teammate?
Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber embodied this during Red Bull's dominance in the early 2010s. Their troubles began in 2010 at the Turkish Grand Prix. Leading the race, Webber was caught off guard when Vettel made a risky move to overtake him, resulting in a collision that ended both their races. This shattered trust within the team. By 2013, their feud escalated. At the Malaysian Grand Prix, the team ordered Multi-21.
Ordered them to hold station to the finish. What happened next made the term Multi-21 famous around the world.
A code telling the drivers to maintain positions. Vettel ignored the order and overtook Webber to win, breaking the fragile peace completely. The fallout was severe. Webber felt unsupported by the team and retired at the end of that year, while Vettel continued to collect titles. This rivalry is a stark reminder that in F1, sometimes your biggest competitor is the person you share a garage with. Hamilton versus Alonso. The McLaren Civil War. The 2007 Formula One season saw McLaren implode from within as two of the sport's most formidable talents, reigning double world champion Fernando Alonso and sensational rookie Lewis Hamilton, clashed in one of the most dramatic intra-team rivalries in F1 history. Hamilton's stunning debut performances quickly made him a serious title contender, challenging Alonso's authority and triggering intense friction. The rivalry reached its boiling point during the Hungarian Grand Prix qualifying session, where Alonso deliberately held up Hamilton in the pit lane, denying him a final flying lap. Tension spiraled, with both drivers refusing to back down and team principal Ron Dennis struggling to maintain order. The constant infighting destabilized McLaren, leading to lost points, a fractured team atmosphere, and ultimately a missed championship for both. Ferrari's Kimi Räikkönen capitalized, clinching the title by just 1 point. The McLaren Civil War remains a powerful lesson in how internal conflict can destroy even the strongest teams. Schumacher versus Villeneuve. The dark side of rivalry. Michael Schumacher's legendary Formula One career was a blend of brilliance and controversy, and his rivalry with Canadian driver Jacques Villeneuve in the 1997 season exemplified both. Heading into the final race at Jerez, Schumacher held a narrow lead in the championship standings. The tension was electric, with Villeneuve needing a strong finish to take the title. On lap 48, Villeneuve made a bold move to overtake Schumacher at the dry sack corner. In a shocking response, Schumacher deliberately turned into Villeneuve, attempting to end the Canadian's race and secure his championship. But Villeneuve held his ground, controlled the damaged car, and finished third, enough to win the world title. The FIA later ruled Schumacher's move as intentional and disqualified him from the entire season standings. This moment remains one of the most controversial incidents in F1 history, exposing the ruthless edge that sometimes emerges in the pursuit of glory. Hamilton versus Rosberg. My best enemy. One of the most captivating rivalries in recent history is that between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. Childhood friends and karting teammates, their friendship transformed into a fierce rivalry when they became teammates at Mercedes in 2013. Both were talented and hungry for success. Their first few seasons showed promise, but the real battle began in 2014, as Mercedes emerged as the dominant team. The 2016 season was especially dramatic. Rosberg started strong, winning the first 5 races. Tensions boiled over with collisions in Spain and Austria, highlighting just how intense the rivalry had become. Both drivers were relentless, pushing each other to the limits on and off the track. The season finale in Abu Dhabi was a showdown for the ages. Hamilton tried to slow down the race to pressure Rosberg, but the German held his nerve to clinch his first and only world championship. Shockingly, Rosberg retired shortly after, ending one of the most thrilling rivalries in modern F1 history. The rivalries of Formula One are a testament to the drama, passion, and relentless pursuit of victory that define the sport. Whether it's the fierce battles on track or the psychological wars off it, these iconic duels have left a lasting legacy, inspiring fans, shaping careers, and sometimes forever, changing the course of racing history. From Senna and Prost's legendary saga to the modern clashes of Hamilton and Rosberg, who do you think is the greatest? Let us know your pick in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping stories from the world of Formula One and motorsport history.